Good morning, Avan. Rightly mentioned by you that this rally has been backed by global factors as well as liquidity driven as well. That's the reason we are seeing a 35% bounce from this year's low for the Nifty itself. But with that, what happened yesterday was that it hit its logical target of the 100-day moving average, which was very close to 10,300. And for the first time since 24th of Feb this year, that we hit this particular level. Now, what happened earlier in the year was when the downfall was happening, there were five consecutive gaps that were made by the Nifty, and the last one was created at about 10,334. So, that coinciding with the 100-day moving average could prove to be a big resistance for the market going ahead as well. And the Nifty Bank, that has been the weaker of the two, despite the recent rally, because you see that it has not been able to cross the April high, which stood at 21,967, and yesterday's high was 21,807. So once again, there is some resistance at higher levels for the Nifty Bank. But it's all been fine funnel for the broader markets because the mid cap index has been outperforming for a third straight day now. Sectorally, if you have a look at it, the Nifty IT index, it was the best performing sector yesterday. But with that, it has been approaching its 200-day moving average. In fact, less than 1% away from that level. The Nifty Auto Index, after its super rally of 13 days, yesterday decided to pause for some time and close negative. So watch out for some of the auto stocks in today's trading session as well.
Right, thanks very much, Jayesh, for breaking that down for us. That's the trade setup. Time to connect with our chartists, Dr. C.K. Narayan as well as Kunal Bothra, to talk a little bit more about their top ideas and the way ahead. Good morning, gentlemen. And Dr. Narayan, we did see a solid outperformance for the broader markets yesterday. The Nifty as well hitting the 100 DMA, as Jayesh just said, for the first time since Feb 2020. How are you looking at this rally play out in the markets? Is there a lot more steam to go? And share with us, where would you be placing your bets?
Good morning, Aman. Good morning, everybody. We are certainly having a terrific rally in the markets going on right now, quite out of expectation of most people, mainly because it doesn't sit in very well with the surrounding environment, which continues to appear gloomy. So people are mystified as to why is the market rallying so, strongly. Now, we can put forth various arguments against the market rally, but then as traders and investors, the most prudent thing always is to simply follow the trend of the market. At the moment, it gives us a few signals here and there that, it may be wanting to rest a bit, like it did so in the latter part of yesterday where there was a mild pullback. But looking at the SGX, it seems that the market is more than interested in continuing. What I would want the Nifty future to do is, regain the territory above somewhere around 10,250, 10,280, because that's where the supply really came in yesterday. Now, I want to see that yesterday's supply, whatever the character of that may have been, that has been absorbed, and buyers are now willing to take it above those levels. If they do succeed in doing that, then I think it would be a clear signal that the market intends to continue, because once the supply is consumed, then this market will have lack of sellers, and that can generally lead to a slow drift upwards overall, because the sentiment is good and the individual stocks are good. That said, since there are ifs and buts about the trends that I have attached today, so I have one long and one short as my trading recommendation. For the long side, I'm picking Titan Industries. Great results, I think, street beating. And I would believe that the pattern on the charts are about to unfold. We had a breakout on the pattern yesterday with an upside gap. Now let's see if it were to continue, then I would believe that Titan can easily reach 1075, 1100 levels. So with a nearby stop at about 1015, I would be a buyer in Titan. I want to mix this up with a short in Havells. Now Havells also had a decent rally, and Havells climbed up to the levels of the past swing highs, which is around 545. But at these levels near 545, 550, Havells seems to have developed some cold feet. which is arguing against continuation. So if Havells is below 545 today, I think the decline might probably continue further towards 525 to 535 region. So with a nearby stop at 552, recommending a short on Havells.
Okay, those are some trading strategies. Kunal, whether you agree with it or not, the trend is certainly on the upside. So what is your assessment as to how you're following this move, and share with us your top calls as well?
So good morning, Avan. First of all, I think a couple of points over here. One is that this is a market which is in high momentum, and when you are looking at a high momentum market, the kind of pause which one expects could be very short term oriented. So the markets may just halt for a couple of days, but if the momentum is actually very strong, then the pace of rally would keep on continuing. And I think this has been on the back of global markets. So there's this term of melt up. So when the markets go through a sharp correction, we call it as a meltdown. But on the other hand, you look at the global markets and especially Dow Jones, Nasdaq, etc. There's almost an exponential kind of a rally in those kind of markets. And I think the last 1 week or 7 days, there are 3 or 4 gaps which have been created in such kind of global markets. So that itself tells you the hurry where the global markets are shaping up. So till the time these gaps are not filled on an immediate basis, then I believe that the rally could keep on increasing higher. Now, in that regards, expecting that the momentum could remain continued for markets, we've seen that the mid cap market breadth has opened up quite well, and especially in the last 2 days. So my focus for the calls is more on the mid cap front. So I'm suggesting 2 buys over here. First one is about Naukri or Info Edge, the stock forming a bullish flag pattern on the daily as well as on the weekly line chart. And I think yesterday the stock managed to just about close to the highest point of the day. So I'm expecting that the stock should see a follow through momentum on the upside, at least in the first hour or so, and then a continuation of price uptake. So buy with a target of 28.80 on Info Edge, and stop loss to be kept at 25.75. The second would be about UBL, United Breweries. I think this is also a very interesting chart. It gave a strong price volume breakout, I think, on Friday. Saw a slight continuation move in terms of a gap up yesterday, but I believe that the stock could see substantial upside from current levels given the kind of slew of breakouts the stock had given on Friday. So I think in that regards, the stock could head up another 8 to 10% higher. 1100 is where I would place a target on UBL, stop loss 980.